Uh, Darwin's theory of the descent of man, which I said has nothing to do with his theory of evolution, and I am absolutely stunned that still science insists on linking them. They are totally separate ideas, concepts. His theories are totally unscientific. Let's please remember that none of the important disciplines of archaeology, anthropology, sociology, all these humanities were not even born then. There was no carbon dating. I cannot understand scientific arrogance and sheer foolishness to insist that they thought they knew it all, and they insist that Darwin is right. In fact, Darwin is totally wrong about the descent of man, because he insists that man arose on the flatlands of Africa, on the African savannah. This is total nonsense, scientific nonsense, because archaeology, which was not even advanced then, archaeology disproves it totally. People then thought, in their naivety, that civilizations arose on the roots of huge rivers like the Nile, like the Ganges in India. And this was a capitalist, the industrialization of Britain, and therefore this was an industrial concept of how civilizations arose along the trade routes. Total nonsense. Because then, here is again something which is absolutely shocking. Machu Picchu wasn't even revealed. Machu Picchu was discovered in 1910, hidden under enormous growths and so on in Peru. And if you have seen Machu Picchu, please show a picture of Machu Picchu from the internet. If you have seen it, you will see a whole city hanging by its teeth on a cliff, which is impossible to even imagine or visualize. So in other words, and then the Hittite civilization in ancient Armenia. Hittite civilization was built on cities hanging by the teeth, by the, what is the expression, by the scruff of their necks, on cliff tops. And so the whole of South American culture is a creation of incredible mountain cities and mountain cultures, which have nothing to do with the assumption that man arose on the flatlands of Africa. The fact is that the flatland landscape is totally boring for the human intelligence to develop. The human intelligence, the brain develops in terms of folds, increasing the folds in the skull. And the flatland landscape is not conducive to the development of the brain folds. It is only the mountainous landscape which can provide, with its up and down mountains, valleys, rivers, and sort of mysterious alcoves. It is only the mountainous landscape which can provide the natural environment for the human brain to develop and for the human brain to increase its intelligence. Therefore, the mankind, ancient mankind, the first hominids arose in a mountainous landscape. And that mountain can be even specified. It is the Ararat mountain. It is not God who created Adam and Eve. It is the Ararat mountain which created the first piece of earth, and therefore mankind. And this is why also, therefore, it was worshipped as a god. Now, a second huge evidence, which people hitherto have not understood, are the mountain cults. all ancient cultures have, as part of their, oldest aspects of culture, have mountain cults. Now, gods inhabited in the mountains, and the god, by definition, in terms of methodological atheism, is the perfect man, is the metaphor of the perfect man. Therefore, ancient mankind understood that the mountain landscape was where the gods, the perfect men, or the first hominids arose, because they were the ones who created civilization, etc. Thus, therefore, there is a very powerful evidence that mankind's civilizations, cultures, arose in the mountains, and you have the whole of South American archaeology, which hasn't even begun, proving it. You've got the Hittite, as I said, empire, which is still, the books of which are still being deciphered, proving the point. And therefore, it is very, very upsetting, frightening to accept that Darwin's theory has put the knowledge of this ancient history on the wrong tracks, as if the trains, the scientific trains running, are running towards the wrong destinations and on the wrong lines. The sooner we dump Darwin's unscientific nonsense about the ascent of man, the better off we shall be in discovering ancient origins and ancient histories. All right?